These my dance make it hurt. These my dance make it hurt.
And a very good evening, everybody. Welcome along. It's Monday night. It's a couple of minutes past 9, as usual. Always that couple of minutes. And welcome along to this week's episode of Tea and Tops. As always, we're live tonight on Twitch at twitch.tv/Tea and Tops. We're live on the Tea and Tops Facebook page and on our YouTube page, and we're being shared to Shutout Sports Cards tonight as well. As always, I'm joined by Jason. Jason, how are you doing tonight?
Hello, hello. Hope you had a good weekend. Mine was fantastic. And I'm ready to talk some tops tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was a good weekend actually. I was away with the family for Saturday. Of course, this weekend saw National Baseball Card Day, which we'll talk about a little bit later as well. So, yeah, all in all, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, like I say, lots to talk about. In fact, I'm gonna change up the order that we just agreed 3 minutes ago. And yeah,
you're throwing me a curveball already.
I'm throwing you a curveball already because I like to keep you on your toes. But yeah,
is that one of those curveballs that are outside left?
Yeah, the outside. Well, you got to watch those outside left curveballs. Yep. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's great marketing material right there. Something else that will appeal to the pitcher in you. Did you see there was I think a 33.1 mile an hour EFIS pitch thrown at the weekend?
Oh no, I missed that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna have to look it up. I saw the alert. Come through my phone.
It's got to be a pitching ninja. I'll have to go check out Rod Freeman's there. But yeah. Wow. I mean, even I throw super slow at 33 mile per hour. I was saying that when it's that slow, I think it just doesn't register right because you have no major leaguer throwing that.
Throwing
slow.
31. Yeah, 30. Yeah. It was 31 mile an hour. There you go. It was Brock Holt. Decided it was pitching. Yeah. Let's get the MLB.com story up.
I mean, that would have had to gone like 30 feet in the air, and even dropping down would have reached 30 miles per hour. No problem.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, right? So for pitching for the Rangers versus the A's on Saturday, and I'm going to get some video play across this in a minute. Sorry, it's muted. Yeah. Brock Holt pitched a 31-mile-an-hour ephus pitch. There you go.
I think the time it just didn't read it right. I'm guarantee you.
I've just seen the video of it.
All right, I'll watch this after the show.
You should Google it. It's amazing. Wow. Yeah.
So that actually brings up an interesting point that someone brought up to me. Do you think there should be a mercy rule? If you're getting blown out by 10 like that, you just go, you know what, we're done. We don't want anyone hurt right there.
No, not in the very top flight of the game, because quite simply you probably shouldn't be getting beaten by that number. But no, it's like, you know, if your football team's getting cuffed 8-0, you know what you do? You suck it up, and there's always tomorrow. And it should be the exact same in baseball.
I agree 100%. It was something that a couple of managers had said. They don't want to see their position players hurt or their pitchers hurt, or you're just done. You know, you're having a bad day. And they said, you know, that a mercy rule would help that out there. Now, saying that, it doesn't happen. You get blowouts. They don't happen that often. And really, I mean, you're sticking your 25th guy out in the mound to throw a ball 33 miles per hour.
There you go. So, you're getting Brock Holt to throw 31-mile-an-hour ephus pitches then.
So I'm not too worried about it.
No. Like I say, it's a reasonably rare occurrence, but yeah, I thought that was a pretty fun one. Yeah, so I'm changing up the order because I just mentioned it, so I might as well talk about it now, which was National Baseball Card Day over in the US. Obviously, a much bigger thing in the States than it is here. It's not like a public holiday or anything. It's something that Topps invented as a nice marketing exercise, but it seems to do pretty well for them. So. Yeah, August 7th this year, National Baseball Card Day. So if you bought basically, in fact, you didn't even have to buy, you just had to go to your local card store in the States. If you made a purchase, then all the better. But if not, you got given a nice promotional pack of cards, as they do every year. And there was some pretty cool stuff pulled out of it. I think it was an Aaron Judge autograph I saw got pulled out of it earlier on. So yeah, it's nice of Topps to do that in the States. Topps UK don't seem to we're not quite there yet. We're always thinking
Topps UK did what? Huh?
Yeah, exactly. They did crickets is what they did. I mean, I guess we should, baby steps, right? At least we're getting products released here. But no, nothing from Topps. I myself did some giveaways. So we did some fun stuff on Bunt, gave away some super rare cards on Bunt. We gave away some NFTs that I had left over in my own personal collection. We've also given away a couple of boxes of cards as well, but no, nothing as of yet from Topps UK. And I know you were doing a promotion for it as well, right?
Yeah, I was absolutely, and I announced the winner at the end of the show there, but I thought it was only appropriate to give away a Jazz Chisholm card, GB player. It was Olympics. I thought the tie-in was great. Unfortunately, nobody liked the card. It got slagged off quite a bit. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can't always be Shohei Ohtani or a Mike Trout card there. You know, apparently it's like you eat steak every day. Sometimes you gotta eat broccoli or steak. You get tired of the steak. So.
That's it, man. Yeah, you gotta have pasta every once in a while.
Exactly. So yeah, and to be honest, I liked that card.
I liked it as well. I thought the card was pretty cool. I had no idea about the Team GB connection until I googled it, because I was like, why is everyone about Jazz Chisholm in the UK? And then googled it and I was like, oh, he played for for Team GB. That's why.
Yeah, I believe what 2018, 2016,
something like that.
2018. I want to say last time. So the World Baseball Classic, he does come under the Team GB one. So even Drew Spencer, the head coach of Team GB, tagged Jazz Chisholm on Twitter to say, "Hey, look, we're giving away cards there." So thought it was a great tie-in there. I mean, well. Next time we'll pick someone much better. I'll just ask Alex Pardee instead. Alex, what do you got?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just throw some shit my way, will you?
Yeah. So. But that's all right. Yeah, like I said, it was a free card. I thought it was something fun. I like the card.
I like it as well. Yeah, it's a pretty cool looking card. And like I say, it's not. Again, it should appeal to the people who are like, why do you do the same players all the time? Well, there you go. I've got a Jazz Chisholm rookie card, so get it right.
Not only that, people are watching the Olympics.
But yeah, people are watching the Olympics. Literally,
people were going, why isn't the BBC showing the Olympics? Eric Jansen, who works for the BBC, pleaded with the people at, I guess his bosses, to get it shown, and they actually showed games in the Olympics.
That's it. We've got highlights. Yeah. So the BBC were in a tough spot with the coverage. They only got given 350 total hours of coverage for the Olympics this year. In previous years, they've had like thousands of hours of coverage, and there was, every sport shown on the red button. You could tune in and watch archery 24 hours a day if you really wanted to. And then the IOC sold the major broadcasting rights to Discovery Plus. So this year the BBC got given a much smaller package of stuff they could show. So, there's that to consider as well. But yeah, it was good. I mean, I watched baseball early in the Olympics as well. So they were showing highlights of the group games. And they showed highlights of a highlights package for the final game as well. So it was good to see it get some coverage.
Yeah, it was. I didn't watch any of it. Hand up, I admit I didn't.
Don't moan about it.
I watched speed walking instead. I watched an hour of speed walking.
There you go. Goodness me. Italy won again, right? Because Italy win everything.
Yeah. So I choose to pick the stuff I normally can't see. So I like to watch the stuff like diving. I never watch diving or gymnastics. Trying to get my girls interested. Yeah, exactly. There's a bunch of sports out there. The only thing I wouldn't really watch is football, because I figured why? Because the Euros just happened and the World Cup's out there. And apparently my women's soccer team finally lost the first time in like 20 years.
Oh, did they? I didn't
yeah,
see who
Canada won.
Canada
won the women's. Yeah, they beat the US in the semifinals.
There wasn't a chest tattoo bet on a Canada USA game, was it, that I wasn't aware of?
No, I think that. And then the only other thing I won't watch is boxing. Boxing doesn't do anything for me. So
fair enough.
I'll watch judo and anything else. Beat the crap out of each other. But yeah, boxing's the only one I won't watch.
Obviously softball was on as well in the Olympics. I watched a little bit of the softball.
I think I missed the softball as well.
Yeah, a little bit. So some of it was some very high octane highlights. Softball, I think, makes for pretty good highlight packages. Players get smashing at each other and making these wild catches over the fence and all that kind of stuff. It was pretty good. There was some interesting stuff.
Anyway, I said it was interesting, the Olympics. So yeah, support your local team.
Yeah, go. Yeah,
go support
team,
your local country. Yay!
Support your local country. Yeah. Well, I mean, we can tie it into the podcast beautifully because Topps did release us a US. I can't remember what they called it. I think US Olympic hopefuls trading card set about a month ago, but I never picked up any. But there you go. We can tie it into the podcast beautifully.
Yeah. Actually, you know what I watched a lot of? Skateboarding. I watched a lot of skateboarding.
Oh man, skateboarding was quality.
Yeah, that was really cool. And then the thing is, like, I really like the USA's skateboarding tops. Of course, you can't buy one. They're 3 times the original cost on the secondary market.
Secondary market, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping that everyone gets bored of theirs really quick and I can pick one up. That was
actually
pretty cool.
Yeah. Very cool indeed. But yeah, so that was National Baseball Card Day. It came and went, as it always does. Like I say, free promotional packs. I'm going to try and get some because, obviously you are buying a lot from card shops in the States. If they have any left over, I'm going to ask if I can get some. So might yet have National Baseball Card Day packs over here. In the UK, I'm going to try my very best to get hold of them. Talking of all things Topps UK, that was a lovely segue. Gypsy Queen, which has been out for a little while now, finally appeared on Topps UK, I believe on Friday just passed, and lasted more than 4 minutes. So Gypsy Queen had been out for about a week and a half before they finally launched it on Topps UK. I had already put a case of it out into the marketplace. Other sellers had it as well. So they were perhaps a little bit slow on the uptake because many hours after it went live on Topps UK, I managed to snag a couple of boxes for myself because I don't like taking my stuff from my stock, because if I open something and it's huge and it's come from my stock, then people have reason to cry foul. So I always managed to keep my personal collecting separate from the business side of things. But yeah, I ordered a couple of boxes quite late on in the evening on Friday with no problem. So that was interesting. Whether that's a comment on Gypsy Queen product itself, I don't think it is, because the last couple of years it's always done really well. Like through breaks and things like that. It was quite well priced at 125 quid.
What do you get for 125 quid? Like I said, I know nothing other than they have the weird and the wonderful in the sets.
Yeah, so Gypsy Queen's very much, like, the design doesn't really change very much from year to year, so that kind of puts people off, but each hobby box has 2 autographs in it, and they've put a lot of rookie autographs in it this year. I think all bar 2 autographs that I've seen have been rookie autos as well, which obviously people are quite excited about and like to collect. So yeah, it's been a pretty good a fairly good value product, it feels like. So I was quite surprised to see some left on sale late on Friday. So I decided to treat myself to a couple of boxes, which I'll open myself when they arrive tomorrow, I think.
So is Gypsy King the one that has the puzzle that hasn't been solved for years?
Oh, no. I think that's
there's something.
Ginter?
It's Ginter.
Oh, yeah, I think it's Ginter.
It is Ginter, because I know that one there. Sorry, I was confused there.
Yeah. So that was kind of interesting on Topps UK. That one seemed to last for ages. But then, of course, normal service resumed today because Topps Inception Champions League came out today on Topps UK and once again sold out in 4 minutes, and everybody hates Topps because they didn't have enough stock. So nice to see that Gypsy Queen was obviously just a blip. I don't know if Gypsy Queen's still available. I could check real quick, but
yeah, go for it. So I actually like Inception. It's grown on me. I think that's because I played too much Bunt, and I actually like it. That's it.
I was gonna say, I saw you collecting them all on Bunt.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what kind of we keep talking about that. It scratches that itch. And it's a cool design there. I think I haven't bought anything. Actually, that's not true. I bought some disco cards because I like the little disco ball and the fact it makes music when you get one of those cards.
Oh, did you finally cave and you finally bought some?
I bought some. So, but yeah, I'm getting there. I'm at like over 300,000.
Wow.
So we'll wait till for me, that's a lot. I usually run out every day. So I'm going to go is get to that million. And then when I get to that million, we'll find a set to go and bust all out.
Yeah. We'll need to, that'll become a Twitch live stream at some point. We'll need to go through all our stuff.
Yes, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Yeah,
so Gypsy Queen's gone from Topps UK website now, so I presume it must have sold out. But yeah, talking of Ginter, 2021 Allen and Ginter is out this week. It comes out on Wednesday, and I, for one, am excited because it's one of my favourite sets of the year. Slightly like Gypsy Queen, I guess. It kind of keeps the same look every year. They keep it very samey. Something on my computer just disconnected, and that scares me. So if we've lost the stream or something, that's a concern. But one of the things that makes Ginter stand out every year are the insert sets. So most modern products these days have some kind of insert set. So it's the players, and like Gypsy Queen, the most recent one, obviously has that kind of gypsy fortune teller kind of theme to it. So there's an insert set called Tarot of the Diamond, and it's based on like tarot cards. So you'll have players on a card that looks a bit like a tarot card. Ginter takes it one stage further and goes real left field. So we've spoken before that as well as baseball players, every year they include kind of pop culture figures, and I quite like collecting those cards. And then one of the projects I'm working on is a through the mail autograph project, which I know we're going to speak about in a few weeks actually, because I know you're working on something kind of similar. But the insert sets are always something kind of fun. So last year, the one that stuck out for everybody was the farm insert set. So they had a set of about 20 cards that were things to do with farms. So you had a card that was a pig, and you had a card that was a tractor, and all this kind of really, really mental, eclectic stuff. And they're at it again this year. There's some crackers this year. Again, won't do too much because we're considering doing a special just on Ginter. But we have some trees this year. So we have an insert set all about trees. We also have an insert set about parrots, so that's going to be pretty great. And we also have
an insert. They just play like darts and just put all these things up on a dartboard and just go, God damn it, yeah, trees this year. All right, we're doing a tree set.
Yeah, they must have a great list of things, because a few years ago it was like chili peppers was, but that hit at a really good time, because that's when like sriracha was very de rigueur, and everyone was like, oh yeah, I love my hot sauce and I like 1,000 Scovilles and all this, and that's when so like they nailed it. They got the timing perfect for the chili pepper insert set. But one that I think you might like is Hats Off, which is a set that's going to feature on a variety of different headwear. So I know you're a bit of a hat fan, as am I. Well, a baseball cap fan, I guess. And one of the ones that they've chosen to show already is that Angela Merkel, the German Chancellor, has a card in Ginter this year, so that'll be interesting.
Huh, that's cool. I'm looking forward to seeing this set. I'm really interested to see what it is and what we get this year. And it just seems like it's like that random Wu-Tang name generator. And they go, all right, this is what we're doing this year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure where Topps' R&D department is. I assume it's in a state where cannabis is legal.
New York.
Yeah, they're just sitting getting duped up and being like, yeah, man, let's do a set on hats. whatever. But yeah, that's one of the things that makes Ginter pretty cool. I mean, it's an impossible set to build. I think the overall, I mean, I'm on the checklist page on Cardboard Connection at the minute, and you can sort of, a good way to see how much information is contained in a web page is by the size of the scroll bar. Well, this is like a tiny scroll bar, so it just goes forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever for all the different sets and all the different inserts and all the different signatures. And yeah, I mean, Ginter is like the if you want to be a set builder, then you need to try and fill a Ginter set. I think it would take you a lifetime.
You know what? My friend Donna is a Ginter set builder.
Really? Well, she is crazy. Get her on. Let's get her on.
Yes. Yeah, dude. Well, we don't have enough time in the day to get Donna on. Like, literally, last time I talked to Donna, a half-hour interview turned to us chatting for 5.5 hours.
Oh wow! Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Donna's awesome. She's funny enough. She's actually giving a presentation tomorrow for Sabre. So.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So her and my buddy Heavy J are doing a presentation on a few things tomorrow, which I will share later with the group.
Yeah,
but
very cool.
Yes, but yeah, she's a big. Her one of her favorite things to do is go into her local card shop and sit there and flick through all the Ginter and put her set together that way.
But I mean that's a noble ambition that I fully respect that. But yeah, if you want to have a laugh about it, go to wherever you get your checklists. Cardboardconnection.com is about the most popular one, and look at the checklist breakdown for 2021 Allen and Ginter. It is enormous, but yeah, it's always pretty fun. It's a fun rip. Yeah, maybe not one for like the big. It's not about chasing the big hit cards, the autographs and the relics and stuff like that. It's more of a kind of set builders type set, I suppose. But
is it a big base set then? Is it hard to just do the base even?
No, the base set isn't too difficult. It's all the many variations. So let's quickly find the parallels.
Yeah, so we're going to do a whole episode about this.
Yeah,
anyways.
We probably are. Yeah,
but it's just more of my curiosity of going. I don't know.
So the full size base set is 300 cards. So you can get silver portraits. So if you get a hot box, it'll come with like a silver coating. But then there's mini parallels for each of those, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different mini parallels for each full-sized card. So that's just the start. So that's 2,400 cards right there before we even get started. But the main base set is 300 cards, which doesn't sound too bad. And then you have 50 short print cards. So card number 301 to 350. That's all the short prints. And then there's all the variations on the short prints. The parallels on the short prints. So yeah, and then it just explodes off from there. And then you've got, what else do we have? An extended mini checklist. There's a mini metal set. So the cards are like little mini metal sets, and then stained glass design and yada yada. I could go on and on and on.
Yep,
I'm barely a third of the way down the page. So I like Ginter. Ginter's a lot of fun. It's a bit different, a bit left field. Yeah, kind of a fun rip. It is out on Wednesday of this week.
But we definitely have to have a rip day for you, and I'll sit and commentate.
Oh man, that would be great.
Research.
I would like nothing more. If I could write off a case of Allen and Ginter, or like as a business expense, I fully would.
Yeah, but we can open a box or two like that. Like I said, and I'll sit there and I can pull stuff up for you while you're doing the rip.
That's it. Yeah, that sounds like a fun one. Yeah,
I'll do my research there.
Awesome. So that's to look forward to this week. Circling back to something we spoke about last week. So we talked a lot about the National Card Collectors Convention that happened in the US, and one of the items we discussed was that PSA were on site and they were grading cards starting from $250 and going up from there. Well, they reported this week that they took in over 10,000 items for grading at the National. So even at $250 a pop, $250 a pop, they took in 10,000 items. As a result, they've said that their backlog, I think, is now down to about 100,000 cards waiting to be graded.
Right.
So we may see PSA opening up again within perhaps the next couple of months.
Right.
I didn't think to research this before we started. That's heard
right.
any similar news from Beckett, but PSA look like they might be getting close to opening up again. I'm going to attack that fly.
Think about it. I mean, how are you going to get those from Chicago back down to what they're based in Dallas?
They certainly Beckett recruit in Dallas. I think PSA are in LA. I might be wrong. I might
All
be
right,
wrong.
yeah.
Beckett or certainly Dallas.
Do you rent a van and drive those cards back home? Where are you
Yeah,
going with them?
I mean, presumably, I mean, they'll no doubt have a team that do the card conventions and stuff like that. So yeah, you just chuck them on. Well, not literally chuck them all in a box, but you categorize them accordingly and then send them on down to wherever they need to go to get graded. I don't think they were doing on-site returns, which they've done in years past, like where people would rock up and they would grade them and encase them and you could pick them up like 3 days later. I don't think they were doing that. It was just a submission service this year. That would be a bit cheeky when you've got people who have like had cards waiting for 8 months or whatever, and then you can just rock up at the National and get your full end-to-end service. I'm sure for like super high-end stuff they probably were offering that, but
Probably.
yeah, you need to be grading like Mike Trout rookies and stuff to get that service.
Yeah, I was interested about the Mike Trout thing. I had no idea that there were variations of that. I just assumed it was just one card, but it's pretty interesting. All right. So PSA is the division of Collectors Universe, which has offices in California, New Jersey, Paris, Hong Kong, Shanghai, and Tokyo. Wow. So I'm guessing they're either in New Jersey or they're in California with this one.
I'm pretty sure I've read before that people have done drop-offs at in LA for PSA. That's where they do all their grading out of.
That'd be interesting because obviously with the National at Atlantic City, what about next year? You probably could do a drop-off service and bring it back that way.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that within a year, like PSA will want to be back to normal, like whatever their normal service is. But yeah, I'm sure I've seen in years past you could drop off a PSA on the Wednesday, which I think is the preview day for the show, or on the Thursday, and then you could go back on the Sunday and pick it up, and you get the full end-to-end service. But like I say, that's when they didn't have like a backlog of millions of cards, but. I guess it'll depend how things take off again once they open their doors for business. But yeah, who knows? It'd be good if they did.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting with next year. I'm looking forward to going. I've committed to going. So.
You've fully committed to going?
I'm fully committed to going.
Yeah.
We've been invited, so yes, I'm not going to miss
That's
it.
true. We have been invited, yeah. With the exception of spousal approval, I'm all in.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's a fairly major hurdle to overcome. So.
Yes.
Ah, jeez. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to bring live news from PSA at the National next year. So yeah, final bit of baseball card news for this week then before we move on to our regular segments of Project 70, etc. Possibly my favourite bit of baseball card news that I saw this week on Twitter. Somebody had very hilariously taken some Houston Astros baseball cards to Dodger Stadium and had put a card, or maybe even a couple of cards if you were lucky, into all the urinals at Dodger Stadium. So you had a good target when you went to express out of yourself your $12 Bud Lights or whatever it was into the urinals at Dodger Stadium. You could take some target practice, for want of a better expression, on some Houston Astros baseball cards, which quite frankly is genius.
Yes, and not only that, they also wrote on the cards too. So I saw there was an Alex Bregman card, and said they all said cheater on it, and so they'd actually put all the players' names on the cards, and they're there. So that was fantastic. Whoever did that, hat tip to you.
That's quality. That's great work.
That's
to
quality.
be fair, that is pretty funny. Ironically, I have Main Park behind me because I keep forgetting to refresh my background for a new baseball stadium. So yeah, fantastic. That's probably my favourite bit of baseball card news from the week. And talking of weeks, we're going to recap the last week in Project 70. So over to you, Jason.
So nothing too exciting in Project 70. Everyone kind of calmed down from the National. So there were obviously the low sales there. We pretty much a normal week. There wasn't anything too outrageous that was very low there. So not a whole lot to report. We're not halfway through the set yet. We are at card 445, and it's like 1080 we're supposed to go through. So soon we'll be halfway through this set. It's becoming quite a slog. You can see the numbers reflect on who's buying which set. And the really interesting thing for me is I found myself flipping and flopping on which artists I like. There were some artists that was down to buy their set, and I've clearly dropped off. And other artists went, you know what, your cards have grown on me, and I'm started collecting their set there. So a couple of low print cards are going for higher numbers now. So if you may laugh at Ron English and his cards, but hard to find in the secondary market. Like his fans are snapping those up cheap.
Yeah. Sorry, the siren that went past just made me think of a really crap joke. But
oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Which I really wanted to drop in, but it's been too long now, so it doesn't matter.
Too late now.
Too late now.
So yeah, so the of the news that's coming out this week, DJ Ski has said he was doing a Twins, was it 35-year anniversary of the World Series card that can only be picked up in Minnesota at Target Field on the day he's actually DJing there.
Oh, yeah.
So if you have any friends in Minnesota, go.
Yeah, that'd be worth picking up.
Because those cards that DJ Ski dropped at the National apparently aren't going for a minimum of $100. And they were free cards.
Yeah.
So if you have any friends in Minnesota, beg, borrow, and steal to get them there. Just don't ask Twins Jake to go for you. You may get your cards in 6 months or later.
Oh, that fucking guy.
you know he'll be there.
Yeah, he'll be there. Yeah. Twins Jake, of course he's going to be there.
He'll be there, yep. And I'm sure he'll be trying to rip everyone off there. So.
Wow, that's wild. I haven't heard that name in a while. I wonder.
Well, he's been. I check in on his Twitter feed every once in a while just to make sure.
Is he alive. Is he still in hiding or?
He's still in business. People are still buying for him. Everyone kept saying,
okay.
I said, I feel for the guy. He got overwhelmed.
Yeah, he did.
Couldn't keep up there. But
I don't think he could have possibly anticipated the demand for project. What was it called? Project 2020. I can't remember.
Project 2020. Yeah, there you go. So the backstory on that, I bought a lot of cards from Twins Jake there to try to save some money, and it backfired immensely. I ended up paying out a lot of customers because Twins Jake took so long and then didn't even send me the right cards. And then I had to go and file a dispute with Twins Jake to get my money back. It was a nightmare. Yeah, because I think I was missing like 10 cards. So he sent me like 10 Dwight Gooden grotesque cards from going, well, what you can sell them. It's like, nobody wants them. There's 100,000 of these things.
Yeah.
So he's still in business. People that swear by him still swear by him. They'll say they'll get there when they get there. And I had customers that were canceling there. So lesson learned: don't buy from Twins Jake unless you trust him. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah.
When you're sending pictures of yourself out camping, when you have hundreds of thousands of baseball cards to send out. Not cool.
Yeah, I can understand why that might rub some people the wrong way for sure.
But this week there is some exciting news. FDOT is coming out of the card on Wednesday, and it's tied into the Field of Dreams game that's happening with the White Sox and Yankees. Of
course, yeah.
So not only that, it comes out Wednesday, and the companion card comes out on Thursday. So it's separate. It's not Project 70. So, but I'm really interested to see what he comes out with. My guess is he does a Yankee card on Wednesday and a White Sox card on Thursday.
That would kind of make sense, would it?
Because I'm trying to think who would.
I don't think that we're going to get a Kevin Costner card and we're all going to lose our minds because it'll be amazing.
I don't think Topps has the rights for them. That reminds me of very, very, very funny stuff there. Somebody asked Ermsey if he could do a Rusty Kuntz card.
No way.
Yep, so somebody had started up there, and so Ermsey joked that if he can get 169 likes on the post, he would do a Rusty Kuntz card, and he got 169 likes on the post.
Wow, okay.
And inquired with Topps, and Topps said they do not have the rights for a Rusty Kuntz card.
Oh, that's a pity.
That's really funny that somebody did that. I mean, I have the card up here somewhere next to Dick Pole.
I was going to say we need to ask for Dick Pole next.
Dick Pole. Because think about it, you could do a Rusty Kuntz card, and then you could come out with his companion card.
With Dick Pole companion, yeah, that'd be amazing.
But
somebody needs to commission that. Somebody commission that now.
If I had that kind of money for a joke, I almost would, because it would be that funny to get a Dick Pole card or a Rusty Kuntz card.
Here's a whole other episode on amusing baseball players with amusing names.
Yeah, my other buddy Tad, who does Curveball Keepsakes, he posted all of his cards the other day there, and he's got like 7 of them, like Woody Held or something like that. There was a bunch from them. I was like, oh man, you went there with that. So,
Woody Held, goodness me.
So you got to think of those cool names in the '60s, like Woody, and like that. But yeah, so I think he was pretty relieved he didn't have to do a Rusty Kuntz card. So, and I'm thinking about now our episodes will be flagged because we're calling everyone Kuntz, even though he's a fucking baseball player.
He's even as a baseball player. Don't worry, they'll put the explicit tag on this week for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. Because he's still coaching somewhere. He's like the first base coach somewhere.
Yeah.
I can't think where, but I know he's still coaching.
To clarify, for those who don't know what we're talking about, the gentleman's surname is spelled Kuntz. which I think, is it not Kuntz, to be fair? Is that not how he pronounced it?
It is Kuntz, but but no one's, like I said, it's no one's.
But you see it
Kuntz.
written down, and it's just Rusty Kuntz.
Best name in baseball.
Dick Pole is like straight up legit. Dick Pole is Dick Pole. There's no.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So there we go. That's the story behind that one. Yeah, we should do cards of baseball players with amusing names. That's
okay.
That's for sure.
Because we'll have to do that one day and actually get like to share the videos and that. It'll make for a terrible podcast.
It would make for a terrible podcast. Yeah, it would make for a great Twitch stream. Or maybe we just do it as a random Twitch stream one night.
Ooh, I like that idea of that. So
yeah.
So that's all the project. 70 news in. A couple artists have released. Like Chuck Styles has come out with the autographed version of his Uncle Larry card. Obviously Andrew McCutcheon. So if you're interested in that, but I don't know how the market is for those signed things. It's not like last year where people buying to flip. I think these things don't sell out clearly as fast anymore. But last week, my favorite card. It was a tough one. There were some good ones there. We had friend of the podcast, Lauren Taylor.
Perfect. Well done.
Yeah, exactly. And she got the mark over the end on the card, so we're okay with that.
Jesus, what a storm in a flipping teacup that was.
Yep. So and congratulations to her. She now has a studio now. So
I saw that. Yeah, she moved into some commercial space. Yeah.
So she's obviously done well enough to do that. So congratulations to her. And I know you listen to all the shows, Lauren.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Look at this. I'm gonna claim it. Like since appearing on Russia's #1 baseball card related podcast, her career has just skyrocketed. So yeah, you're welcome, Lauren. You're welcome.
Exactly. Checks in the mail, right?
Yeah. Fully claiming that.
Infinite Archives Jeter card. It was a 3,000 hit card with Freshman 91, which I thought was really cool. So you haven't seen that. Obviously, Ermsey dropped his Jacob deGrom card, so it's your typical Ermsey card, but it was a Fantastic Four tie-in there with the arms and all around there. So that was pretty cool. JK5 Rod Crew card was really cool, which I love JK5's work with color. I think it all really pops now. We had obviously the Keith Short card that we both love.
Yeah.
But I think of all my cards that came out this week, I think it was Distorted Sammy Sosa card. I really like that card. Just a little bit of out of left field there with Sosa there and his bowl of rice and beans and the crazy cubbies in the background. So it's easy to say, oh, I like all of Ermsey's work. That's no fun if you say you like Ermsey there, but I think out of this week it was definitely a Distorted card. Yeah,
like low key, she's delivering a pretty strong set, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is what you're seeing now. Some artists are 9-10 cards in your set, and they look together. Again, this is your Action Bronson set.
It's the Bronson set, yeah.
It looks good together. It's all the 1971 tops. It's going to look good as a display. Mm-hmm. Same with Ron English. His 1970 set. It's a bit weird, but as a set, it's going to look pretty cool together. I don't know if you can say that the same about a lot of the artists. They've kind of varied their stuff there. Jeff Staple has had mini sets, so he just finished his Birds of a Feather set. So that's a 3-card set. He did his Subway Series, which was a 5-card set.
Yeah.
So, you can get these little mini sets that are pretty cool. Infinite Archives, the first 3 was Passing the Torch from Willie Mays to Ken Griffey Jr. to Mookie Betts. There's some cool little sets there out of there. So, but as an overall set, I've been kind of trying to do that. Like I said, I'm collecting Gregory Siff. It'll look cool together, but it's not necessarily a set. Matt Taylor's cards. Everyone keeps talking about how low-key they really like how his set looks together because they use the same color palette for the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So it's you look at Blake's set. It's a cool set. He's got fun cards, they're all vivid, but I don't know if it's going to look great together.
Yeah. It's interesting to see that, like you say, I suppose we're approaching being 50% of the way through, and like I say, people are starting to pick up on these little things that the artists have included, and fair play to them, because I think at the start, and we've discussed on the show before that it was turned into kind of a 4-artist project with, like I say, with Ermsey, with Lauren Taylor, kind of I suppose you could push Ski in there as well, and yeah, it was like sort of 3 or 4 artists, and that's what everyone was going crazy for. And as far as everyone else was, as far as the vast majority of the market was concerned, the rest could just kind of like go in the bin. But yeah, as you say, as artist sets are developing, and people are starting to, get their hands on a good number of them and taking pictures of them together and going, oh, actually, look at this. And like you say, they're picking up traits, they're picking up like the same characteristics that are going to flow all the way through the set. And like I say, at the end of the day, when these things are all displayed together, there could be some actually really cool installations, art installations, I guess, more than a set that are going to come out of this. I say, but Bronson's ones, I guess, he's sort of taken the simplest route to that path by keeping the same design, making them all Yankees, and then applying the same sort of layer of craziness to them. But again, like you say, they're all going to look really cool when they're displayed together. And yeah, I think it's an interesting twist. It's nice to see there's been some of the other artists are putting quite a bit of thought into it. Like you say, maybe where some others have just focused on, right, who are the top folk that are out there that I can get the most individual card sales on, and perhaps not thought of the whole project as one project, rather than 20 individual little projects.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, like Don C. Like, I mean, I don't know who's buying Don C's set, but you know what? It's fun. It's a fun set. Like I said, it's definitely one of those things that it's gonna be a lot of fun to put them together. Mims band. Like I said, if you're not a fan of like 80s baseball, you're not really gonna buy the Mims band one. So it's a bit of nostalgia on that there. Claw Money set is actually pretty good, but it's all Mets and Yankees, which I can't do it anymore. I mean, I was going to collect Joshua Vita's set, and then I realized it was all Yankees, and I was like, I'm out. So, despite the fact I bought the first 3 cards, I'm like, it's not going to do me any good there. So, the only set, even Sophia's Chang set, I'm not a big fan of her work at this time in the series, but it goes really well together. It's a World Series set.
Yeah. Sophia Chang I really slept on in Project 2020. And then sort of at the end, I was like, oh, actually, her stuff's really cool. But yeah, like I was focused on with Project 70. I was sticking to one artist. Then I screwed the picture on it, and now I have to pick them up off eBay. But whatever. But yeah, again, an interesting twist. And look, here we are. We're still halfway in, or we're not even halfway in. It's been a long project already, and yet we're still talking about it, and we're still finding things interesting about it. And I think that's testament to the work of the artist more than it is. More than anything else.
Absolutely. I think the sports card art is still a burgeoning scene there. Like everyone kind of knew about it there, and it's disappeared because you obviously had the big run with Project 2020, and everyone kind of went, okay, we have Keyshore, King Griffey Jr., and then it peaked and we've gone there. But I think long term, you're going to see these things start having a little more value to it because you're going to have these artists pass away and go, you know what, I have a piece of art from this person, and it cost me $20, and it's going to be worth a bit. So it's a long play. You're not buying this to flip. No one's flipping.
No, nobody's flipping. Yeah. I mean, I guess when we had Josh Trout on, he sort of touched on it as well, and hopefully one of the byproducts of Project 70 and Project 2020 as well as some of the long-standing Topps artists who haven't been included in either of these projects that do the living set or do sketch cards and certain products or original pieces that get inserted into top sets. Then hopefully they can piggyback onto it and they get some more exposure out of it as well, because obviously the artists who are doing Project 2020 and doing Project 70 are on far more preferential terms. And like I say, at the end of the day, it is a business for them. They are trying to make their living off their art and stuff. So yeah, hopefully we see a bit more. We see that as a nice wake from that project as well. That'd be kind of awesome.
Yeah, we'll see. I think it's coming out there and it will grow and grow. I think like I said, you were exposed to it as a kid with Leroy Neiman. You were exposed to Ken as Dick Perez. You're exposed to it, from Vernon Wells Sr. So it's all slowly building there. So we'll have this kind of few years down the road kind of go, you know what? I really like that style of work, and my wife won't let me put up baseball cards on the wall anymore. Yeah. I'll go commission a print, and then you get a cool print of someone you actually like there because you actually have the money to afford that. Just get it before kids where you don't have any money.
You don't have any money, or any time, or
all the above.
All of the above, absolutely. Yeah, very cool. Well, there you go. Project 70 still managing to keep it fresh, 8 months in and not even halfway through. That's a very good point. They're going to have to pick the pace up if they want to get it all out this year. But then they've not given it a title like Project 2021. So I think if it runs over in the next year, I don't think it's going to be a very big deal.
So they're talking about going to 5 cards a day.
Oh my days!
Yeah, that's been going on for a while. There, no one's heard anything about it for a while. But I think they've killed the project by going to 4 cards. I think you just stuck at 3 and said, all right, we're doing 3 cards for the next 18 months.
Yeah,
fine. Because we've talked about this before. I happily buy 2 cards, but when I don't need the 3rd or the 4th card, I'm not buying it. But if it was 3 cards, I go, you know what? For a little bit more, I'll buy that.
Yeah, because it's just $4 more or whatever, right?
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal there. So I think they've shot themselves in the foot there, and by going to 5, you're really just going to go. That's a big F you to the artist. You're not giving them any exposure there.
Yeah, they're gonna. Yeah, there's going to be a price to pay for doing that. I mean, they could realistically take it up to like opening day next year, or like March. Maybe spring training next year, and then you bring in a new product for the 2022 season. But whatever. If I've learned anything from doing this show for what we're on, this is episode 23, I think. So if I've learned anything from the last 22 episodes, it's like I cannot predict what Topps are going to do. So I'm just going to stop trying.
Yeah, I guess there's 600 cards left. So
if your maths,
roughly,
if that's the collection, if it's 1080, then we got about 600 cards to go.
So you're looking
my wife informed me last week that I believe it's it's 20 weeks until Christmas.
Right.
So we've got 21 weeks till the end of the year.
There we go.
There you go. Buy your Christmas presents.
So I mean, even if you go like say 5 cards a day, you're still looking at like 120 days.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So oh gosh, now I'm doing funky math here.
I can see you doing your maths. Yeah.
Oh, shit, 120 days. Yeah. So
come on, Rachel Riley, let's go.
I'm afraid I'm going to screw this up badly.
Watching you try to use a calculator is like premium content.
No. We're doing it here. This is.
Oh my God, you're doing it on pen and paper. Right,
paper.
okay. I'm going to take pity on you. So what card are we on? We just said card. We're on like 450 or something.
So yeah, so
445. So there's 635 cards left.
You have roughly 24 weeks left. You have to get it in 24 weeks. So.
Divide that by 24. So 26.45 cards per week. So divide that by 7. So roughly, so 3.77. Oh no, at 4 cards a day, you'd still be on that if there is 24 weeks left in the year. But I think it's less than that.
So that's I'm doing funny math here, so I'll figure it out there. But yeah, again, same idea. So they have to up it at some point.
Yeah, they're going to have to. Yeah, if they want to get in by the end of the year.
And I'm guessing
Ace wants you to try to work that out.
I was just like, okay, how many more days? 600 days.
I seriously thought you were on your. I thought you were on your phone using your calculator.
No. The phone's down here, so I can keep track of who's watching the show in the comments there. So I was like, all right, we'll do the math.
Comments.
No, there's been so many that we've picked up on them and have answered every question that's come along so far.
Oh, excellent. Okay, so there's that none.
Yeah. It's a very interactive show tonight.
Yeah. If you are watching along, by the way, we do actually watch the comments. So feel free to sound off in the comments if you're watching.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think it's second to last week till school starts. I think everyone's kind of just laying out. Although that's for us, not England. England's like 2 weeks behind us.
Yeah, they're 2 weeks behind us. Yeah, I don't know if there's football. There's probably kickball on tonight. Well, no, it can't be yet. The season hasn't started yet.
Is it Boonzalinga?
Oh yeah.
I completely butchered that one again.
You have, but it's a fantastic segue because that is next on the list.
All right, let's do it.
So NFTs, and we're back to the digital world. So I have an apology to make for being an idiot. So thanks to Dan for making me look a fool, and he's quite right. So Bazooka Joe, that I spent a good amount of time slagging off, is actually on Topps' new platform, which is powered by a different company. So series 1 of the baseball NFTs came out on wax.io. Bazooka Joe, who I took great pleasure in, like I say, slanging off because it's just not part of the British zeitgeist like it is in the States. I had just assumed that it was on wax, and I didn't even bother looking it up. And then Dan called me out and was like, dude, like Bazooka Joe's been on Avalanche. So we've known about this. So I probably should have done a little bit more research. So there you go. But the big release comes out tomorrow. So Topps Bundesliga. Say it with me, Jason. Bundesliga.
Boonzalinga. All right,
Bundesliga, Topps Bundesliga comes out. NFTs.
German football.
German kickball. The German
kickball.
NFTs come out tomorrow. There's about 20 hours before they come out. So 6 o'clock UK time again. That's expected to be, I guess, the best test of the new Avalanche powered platform. So Bazooka Joe, as Dan quite rightly pointed out to me, is available on that platform. It's not even sold out yet, so the demand couldn't have been massive. The hype around Bundesliga cards is phenomenal, especially in the US. They seem to sell really well in the US. They did have a lot of really promising youngsters who are at that stage in the career where they're starting to move on. So Jadon Sancho, who, if you watched any of the Euros, you'll be aware of as part of the English team. He has his rookie card is a Bundesliga card. He's now signed for Man United, so he's now out of Bundesliga. They obviously have Norwegian Haaland, whose first name has completely jumped out my head, but it doesn't matter. Who's a Borussia Dortmund player. Dortmund, of course, are a bit of a perennial powerhouse in the Bundesliga, and they have lots of very famous players and lots of young players as well. So the Bundesliga NFTs are out tomorrow, and they are expected to fly. What this means for baseball Series 2, presumably NFTs, we're not really too sure. It looks like it still might be on wax. However, if you go on to the Avalanche platform, which is toppsnfts.com, they're going to split the website into sections. It's like a button that's not active yet, but you can see it's there. So you can filter the marketplace by signatures, and in the background of the signatures icon, they have I think it's Bo Bichette, but it's a Blue Jays player for sure that's been like head and legs cropped off, so you can just see it's a Blue Jays player. So they're showing a baseball player in the background on this new platform. So what that means for the future of baseball NFTs on the Wax platform, I'm not sure, but it does look like Topps may be moving away from wax.io and start and bringing everything across to their new platform, which is powered by Avalanche, which is not one I'm familiar with yet, but I will be. So I'm going to try and get some Bundesliga cards tomorrow.
What time are they dropping tomorrow?
6 p.m. I didn't quite do the maths on it. I think it's 6 p.m. UK. Let me quickly check.
Makes sense. I imagine it's probably a bigger drop over here than it is in the US, and I would imagine
you'd be surprised. Like genuinely, I'm not making that up. Yeah, you would be surprised. Like I say, Bundesliga stuff just seems to fly. So there's 20 hours and 8 minutes. So
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Yeah.
5 o'clock.
Yeah, 6 p.m. 6 p.m. UK time tomorrow. So if you're watching or listening along live, that's Tuesday, the 9th. If you're on podcast, well, you missed it. So yeah. Well, I'll be watching it for sure. I'm going to try and get some, because why not, right? I've got some NBA Top Shot that I haven't opened, so I might as well get some Bundesliga that I've not opened.
I have some wax I can use.
You got some wax. Yeah, I gave away all my wax. There you go. Well, I didn't give away my wax. I sold all my wax, but the NFTs I had left, I gave away as part of the baseball baseball card day promotion thing that I did at the weekend. I do have one Topps wooden coin left, if anybody would like a Topps wooden coin. And I have a promotional Street Fighter sticker pack, if anyone's interested as well. So there you go. So yeah, that's, I guess, the best news in NFTs this week. Topps are back, but they're back with Bundesliga football and on their Avalanche-powered platform rather than the wax.io platform. So let's see how this one stands up, and we'll see how the checkout goes.
So it's interesting you bring that up, because Chris from CRT Sports talks with Topps at some time, and they kept talking about the digital aspect. So I imagine this one's going to go smoothly. I'm guessing there's probably going to be some sort of wait list this time, and not a free-for-all like last time.
Hopefully. Well, we saw the whole point of the... So the reason I have a promotional pack of Street Fighter stickers, which seems like a very left-field thing, is wax.io were stress testing their new checkout process, and it was exactly that. It was, you jump in a queue and you wait, and that's what they were testing by giving stuff away. Like I say, Avalanche, I'm not sure about. I haven't been involved. Like I say, until about a day ago, I didn't actually realise it was a different platform from Wax. So there you go. It shows how how poor my research has been. Of course, the other thing with Bundesliga is that one of the epic sets has video clips in it. So again, it's a bit like NBA Top Shot. So this is Topps kind of moving towards that Top Shot model where your collectible, your epic digital collectible, which is on a super limited number, it has a video highlight included as part of that. So yeah, again, making moves, I guess, try to catch up Panini. I think Panini are really kind of bossing the NFT game, but with Top Shot, they really knocked out of the park with Top Shot.
Yeah,
well, the NBA, it wasn't really Panini. I should correct myself. It wasn't
NBA's done
Panini.
that. Yeah, it's
The
NBA Top
really
Shot.
smashed it. Yeah.
Yep. And the thing is, you haven't seen that hype for it now. It's all kind of died off on Top Shot there. So
The season's finished, all right.
it is finished. Yeah, they had the draft. Remember we talked about LeBron and Russell Westbrook and all that there last week. So we've got a few months before opening season.
Yeah.
Opening tip-off?
Tip-off, there you go.
Yes.
We'll have a puck drop before then, though, won't we?
They go at the same time.
Ah, okay. We'll have all these first edition Kraken cards to pick up.
Oh yeah, I'm buying the Kraken. It's funny you mentioned that. I bought a bottle of Kraken rum, and it's a Seattle edition. So no, so it's not. So they did a city edition for that, and it's a Seattle city edition of
Kraken rum. Fantastic.
So I'll crack that thing open for opening night at 3:00 in the morning as we play the Canucks. And
is that who your first game is? The schedule's out, is it?
It is, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I know this will be interesting. So now I know how all the UK baseball fans feel. and you're watching a sport you have no idea about and no one to talk to about. Like,
yeah.
He kicked the puck.
I won't give out the exact name of the group because there's probably more than one NHL fan group based in the UK on Facebook. But yeah, they get real touchy about spoilers and stuff like that. It's fairly militantly run. So if you are looking for NHL groups,
nope. I found my Seattle Kraken UK group, and I'm happy with that.
Oh wow! Okay, look at you.
Yeah, there's like 300 of us already, so apparently
get out of here. There's 300 people. No way.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. I was like, really?
All right.
The first one I only had 9, and I found the bigger one that had 300 people. And I was like, I'll be joining the bigger one.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
But you never know. I mean, I just joined it earlier before we started, and it could be one of those things where it's a bunch of people from Seattle that have British ties. Like, yes, cheerio, mate. Like,
yeah, yeah, jolly hockey sticks and all that crap.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so,
okay.
So,
hey, baseball Brit made a career out of it. Hey,
yes, it did,
controversial.
But yeah, so what's like I said, I'm gonna get myself a hoodie and a shirt, and I think that's probably as far as the fandom's gonna go, and then try to collect a couple team sets.
Yeah, that's it. You got to go for the crackhead T-shirt, right?
Exactly. So.
Oh wow, yeah, go Kraken! I'm excited for it as well. I think I'm going to jump on that bandwagon because why not?
Why not? Like I said,
and they have cool merch.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool merch, so.
I need a hockey team, and this is it.
Yeah, this is it. It's as good as anything else, right? Never mind those Canadiens of Montreal, just to annoy our friend Nick. So yeah, that's NFT news. But carrying on the digital sphere then, Topps Bunt, and we're sort of expanding it a little bit to talk about something other than Bunt. So yeah, the road trip has turned over again, so Topps Bunt road trip is now on, I think, the 4th and final car colour.
Oh, is it finally turned over again?
It turned over again. It just, I think a couple hours ago, just before we came on. So we're on the third one now. Is it? Okay,
third one, yeah. The green, the red, and
I'm not sure where it's gone to. I could look it up real quick. Let's ouch. Let's not smash my microphone, but let's have a quick look. So it's turned over. Gypsy Queen, which I've already talked about, we've seen Gypsy Queen released as well, but not on Bunt, which seems ridiculous. So we've not had one of the year's best baseball releases turn up in the baseball Topps app, but it turned up in Skate, which is the NHL one. So there we go. You can get Topps Gypsy Queen, but on NHL.
Maybe it's an end of the season thing they do, or off season one, because I saw the same thing about Stadium Club. I like Stadium Club. I like Stadium Club. Yeah. And I was like, oh, when did this get released? I think it was released in like December of last year. So there was one UK collector that had the set, and I was going to ask them if I could desperately trade for all his doubles so I can get that set done. Yeah, I think they're cool cards. So maybe I'll have to get a box for my birthday.
Yeah. Stadium Club's pretty great because it puts the focus on the photography, which which is really cool. So yeah, 2 hours ago. So we're on to blue cards now on Topps Button.
Cards, okay. So
yeah.
So you can actually complete your set now. I'm gonna have to go and make about 50 trades so I can complete my. I'm on the last one there, and collected 2,000 cards. So
I'm pretty close to. Oh no, I'm not. I'm on level 20, but this is about my 5th time through.
Yeah, it was interesting. I've been trying. Since I haven't had a whole lot to do, and I kind of followed to see if anyone else was going to post anything for National Baseball Card Day and share their card. I did see quite a few people talk about having alternate accounts because one guy already had 8 pink cards already. It's like it's only been out a week, and it's impossible. You can't have that. So it must be the dirty little secret about Bunt. Everyone's got multiple.
Everyone's got multiple accounts. Yeah.
At least,
I better not say.
At least the free to play players have multiple accounts. I'm guessing the people who actually spend money do not care about that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If you're in the black club and you're dropping serious coinage on VIP points, whatever else, you're not giving a hoot. But there's a tier 6 pinks, right, which are new.
The tier 6 pinks are new. It gives you like 4 times
4.2.
4.2. 4.2.
Yeah.
So yes.
So, I've been picking them up off the wheel. Is there anywhere else you can pick them up, or is it only on the wheel?
Mystery box. They'll be in the mystery box.
Are there mystery boxes as well? Well, there you go. I picked up a couple from spinning as well.
So if you're playing Bunt and you're picking those up and you're not trying to collect the set, you can get quite high value for them. Some of the trades I've seen people have been offering for their cards have been absolutely ridiculous. So,
well, I mean, if you're really into the contest and you really want to get a 4.2 multiplier, you need to go pretty high up the rarity scale to get 4.2.
Yeah,
you're talking like super rares are like 4.2.
Yep. So that's the thing. So I'm seeing a lot of trades out there of people offering. Someone offered an iconic for one, which I was like, that was just ridiculous. Yeah. But think about those. I mean, I have some iconics I don't really care about, So if there was a card I really needed and I was playing that, sure. But I mean, I was hate to bust my man Shed Long, but he has an iconic out. I don't think anyone cares to have a Shed Long iconic besides me. So, if you can, pawn off your iconic Shed Long card for a pink card that you like.
Yeah, in return for a pink. Yeah, I'm trying to look one up real quick, but I've been distracted by another gross set that they've launched.
But yeah, and actually, like I said, the disco set's really cool too. If you're collecting those, because I like the music you go with it, and I think that's going to become more of a feature as these things come along there, because the little musical tune that goes with it. You open the cards, pretty awesome. And the disco ball spins. So
there's music on those guys. See, I have my phone on mute all the time, like forever. My phone is forever on mute. So
there is.
Oh, gee, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So because again, my phone, same as you, it is on mute pretty much 24/7.
Yeah.
And then when I play on the iPad, the kids always use it, and so I just get it there, and I'll open up my free packs there. And I was trying to buy there. I was like, oh, we're on like Series 5, and there's music to come with it.
I had no idea. There you go.
Yeah. So go spend some of your coin to get one to open one.
Yeah. I'm flipping on it. So yeah, just quickly scanning through the pinks. 4.2 multiplier on your pink tier 6. At the minute, global counts are about 1,000 on all the cards, so pretty limited. That was one. There was one. Just who's that? John Means. His card's only at 911 global count. There's Enrique Hernandez of the Red Sox has 1,009.
You only have like 60 days left. You have 2 months to collect the cards.
Yeah. Rafi Devers 979. Bogart's 1,002. So, yeah, pretty limited thus far.
And you gotta remember, like I said, people are buying multiple accounts to fill out their set there, and they're doing it that way. And when you're gonna get down to those last few cards, when it comes to the last 2 weeks, people are getting pretty desperate. You're gonna be able to trade away for some of the stuff there. So, my advice: hold your cards now, sell off in a month's time. Yeah,
keep spinning that wheel and keep opening those mystery boxes. Yep. Fantastic. Well, once again, when we have our pre-production meeting, when we panic half an hour before the start of the show and we go, oh God, we've got nothing to talk about, we've once again filled our hour. Fantastic. So yeah, as always, thanks again, everybody, for listening in. And, well, nobody commented on this week, but we won't take it personally. We'll be back next week. You can't get rid of us. Monday night at 9 p.m. This episode will be available as a podcast from Wednesday at 9 p.m. on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and wherever else you get your podcast from. I can't think. I need to write like a proper thing to sign off, because I need to be reminding people to rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, because that helps us.
Yes, the ratings help us, the sharing help us.
Liking the page, like us on Facebook, and subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on Twitch, and all that kind of stuff. To
be fair, we've not had a production meeting in about 2 months.
No, it's true. Yeah. You'd be amazed. You'd be amazed at the difference it can make when you just click on that little like button. It really does make a big difference. Or soon all adds up, and it helps with the show and everything else. But we'll have a whole episode where we beg the whole way through it.
Yeah. I remember, but you helping us helps you guys out too, because the bigger we get, the more people know about us. The more people know about us, the more kind of recognitions we get with these people like PSA or Topps or Beckett like that there, and we can actually start getting some more information out of them, because we're actually recognized as the number 1 podcast in Germany and
Russia's number 1 baseball card related podcast.
Yeah, exactly. So we take the piss out of that, but yeah, it's true. It does help out. So
yeah, it's funny. I know. Yeah, we do take the piss out of the metrics a little bit, but the metrics are kind of fun and quite interesting to see. But yeah, so if you don't mind, what do the cool kids say on YouTube? Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Then
there you go. Smash that like button. Yeah. You can get our merch over here, and our last videos over here, and none of that's true. We don't have merch yet, and we don't.
Not yet, but it's happening.
Yeah, we'll get some merch.
That's our post production meeting. Is all about our merch.
It's going to be our merch, is it? Fantastic. Yeah. So yeah, like I say, we'll be back next Monday. Oh, I just got an alert from Bunt. We'll be back.
Spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Get your pinks here. We're back next Monday, 9 p.m. UK time. We don't know what we're going to talk about yet. We're thinking about doing a deep dive on Ginter, but we'll see, unless we can line up a guest between now and then. Keep your eyes peeled across our socials for news on the next episode. In the meantime, Jason, thanks very much as always.
But we forgot the one thing we were going to do at the end of the show.
Oh, yes, I did forget. And now, but now everyone's tuned out, because I've done the get out line about 5 times.
That's all right. So we do have a winner for the Keith Shore Jazz Chisholm card, Mark Donaldson. Congratulations, you're the winner. And when the card arrives, I will let you know and post it to you. So congratulations on winning that dope card.
Fantastic. There we go. Winners all over the place. Happy days. I can't believe I talked over it. Yeah, I know, right? But I'll need to chop this out and put it further back in the podcast or something.
It doesn't matter. It's just said.
Yeah, but we did it. So it's almost like a secret track. I used to get secret tracks and CDs and stuff like that. Yeah, there you go. You don't get those anymore. For the 5th time, we'll see you next week. Live Monday night, 9 p.m. Here on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube. Until then, have a great week. Stay safe, everybody. And we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, Jason.
Bye. Talk to you soon. See you guys next week.
Bye.
These my dance make it hurt. These my dance make it hurt. These my dance make it hurt.